Owen, how's it going? Yeah, I emptied the garbage and there was a broken ornament in it, and it cut me through the bag. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Let's get this all figured out, and we're gonna pop out the chat. And there we are. Hi, everybody. I'll give it a few minutes for folks to come in before I start shouting out saying hello to everybody. If you want me to say hi and acknowledge you're here, because sometimes people don't understand that if I don't see the names always as they're going by in the chat. So please say hello in the comments, and I will say hello back. I am suffering burnout. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten, because every year is a slog. The planting, the weeding, the harvesting, the canning. It's a slog. And because I had medical issues this year, sore teeth, sore knee, like I blew a knee, my good knee, my back, my hip, all of these things going on, it made the season, the planting and harvesting season, twice as hard on me. And so I'm still recovering. Oh, right, it's my birthday. Yeah, I know. Joe, where's Joe Mama? Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I am 60 today. Today is Beverly's birthday. Today is Bevy's birthday. She's 1 year older than she was before. In reality, I'm 1 day older than I was before. So there you go. It's just a number. Oh, thank you. may 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 the good Lord bless and keep you. Oh, that's okay. You're not supposed to know it's my birthday. I haven't really talked about it, other than the fact that I'm kind of amazed that that I am 60 today. My siblings, my brother Bill, used to phone me just the day before my birthday, or the week before my birthday. Actually, when I turned 29, he phoned me. I remember this very, very clearly. When I turned 29, he phoned me and said, "Happy birthday." I said, "Thanks, Billy." And he goes, "You're pushing the big 30, eh? You're going to be 30 this time next year." And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, how does that make you feel?" I said, "Great." And he goes, "Oh, that's good." And I said, "You do realize, being the youngest in the family, Bill, that this was when I turned 29. I said that I'm the only one left of the five of us that's still in their 20s. And that just kind of popped his balloon. He hasn't phoned me on my 39th, 49th, or 50. Well, he has, but he hasn't pushed that I'm turning into another decade. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I'm not catching up. It never ceases to amaze me, the older I get, how young my mother was when she passed away. Right? So, I always wake up on my birthday with a bit of sadness and and a lot of gratitude. Sadness, a little bit of sadness and a lot of gratitude, because my mom made birthdays and Christmas so special. You know what I mean? So, how's everybody doing today? I'm taking the day off. Hey, oh yeah, you know what? We're at 54 people. I'm going to pop this out and see. Oh, it's going down. It's climbing. It's going down. Come on, everybody, say hello so I can say hello. Billy Lemasters. Why does that name sound familiar? Happy birthday. Thank you, darling. Skippy Jones. You're 67 today? Okay. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to me and Skippy. No, that's not fair. Happy birthday, dear Skippy Jones. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'll be 67. You watch. It's going that fast. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Now I'm going to pop out the participants list and say hello to Angela M., Annette Saxman, Billy Lemasters, Chloe Catt, Dana Baker, Dita Richardson, Denise Hackett, Edie Murray, Gail Kiefer, I stumbled over that. Jody Savini, Just Me, Karen Ludwig, Kindle, Lacey Black, Laura Sup, Laura, Leanne Bishop, Linda Bob, mwah. Lori Lazor McChesney, Mary Ellen Grenier. Hi, how are you? Matt Bopp, Michelle Jones. Matt's here. Hi, Matt. Missy Royer, Paula Murphy, Rosie Bernard, Sharon Attic, Sherry Leach, Skippy Jones, Tigger Bouncing, Wilma Baker, Yellow Bird, up high in banana tree. So, I gotta turn the heater off. I only turn it on for a little bit because my office gets pretty cool. So, this is what's going on for my birthday. Howie brought me home my birthday present yesterday. And because Friday's payday and it's a really shitty time of year to have a birthday, Howie asked me, biting his nails, what I wanted for my birthday. He said, oh, maybe I'll get you a bag of chips and a chocolate bar. I said, you know what would be better and go a lot farther is some Orville Redenbacher's popcorn. Now, they don't pay me to say that. It's just the popcorn that I think works the best. And he got me a Cuisinart popcorn maker for Christmas. And because I have been using this great big heavy bottom steel bottom pot, and I make a hell of a racket. Let's see if that stopped bleeding now. I make a hell of a racket making popcorn, and I burn the pot. One of the reasons I bought pumice stone. Do I still have some out here? I thought I had some pumice stone. Yes, I do. It's still in the wrapper. I bought pumice stone from Amazon, and there ain't nothing stainless steel or otherwise like metal that you can't clean with this stuff. And it's really lightweight, and it's porous, and it's just really, really good for... So I bought that because I don't know how many times I burnt the inside of the bottom of that pot. Thank you, Creaky Boy's mom. Yes, Joe, I got your email. You were number 2. Howie beat you to the first one. Hey, Practically Creative Melissa. How's it going? So, here's what we're doing. I'm not doing anything today, except I'm making hamburger and mushroom gravy over mashed potatoes with green beans at supper. And I'm going to make a chocolate chip cake with pecans. It's about it. And in that letter, Joe, here's something I don't know if I've shared with everybody or not. I canceled my dentist appointment for Friday. These 4 teeth, like this one's, see how loose that is? These 4 teeth are just basically being held in by their tight formation. There's so much bone loss. However, Annette Saxman, I haven't knitted socks in years. I'm going to have to try and get back into knitting. Because, Bubba sent me a video today. He's just turned 1, right? And they must have practiced this because he isn't talking really yet. He says, uh-oh, and wow, and up. And, we had a blast yesterday on FaceTime. We'll have a blast on FaceTime again today. But I woke up to a little video of him sitting on the floor with his mummy, and she's positioned the camera, and she goes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he throws his hands up in the air, and she goes, happy birthday, Granny. And he's like this. I'm telling you. Oh my God. I tell you, you know, I think my grandchild was, there's a lot of reasons why my grandchild was born, but for me, one of the reasons my grandchild was born was so that I wouldn't stop fighting for the world, fighting for everyday people. When I say fighting, I mean, you know, information and love and hope and respect for, you know, my fellow man, because nobody else seems to want to give it to us anyway, right? 2 washcloths. It's been years. Hi, Sheila. I know it was the very best birthday present. It really was. And I'm gonna be seeing him at like 3:30. So today I am just a little emotional there. My nose gets plugged. My eyes don't leak very often, because when they do, they hurt. It's like crying sand because I have really dry eyes. Hey, sweet sipper. That's a video you'll save and cherish forever. Well, I wish it was better quality, because even little it was pixely. I wish they were like a better quality so that I could save them. I mean, I will, but it would be nice for it to be a little bit clear. Hey, Andrew. Hi. Wanda. Hi. Kiko. Cal. Hi. How's everybody doing today? How's Yorkshire today? Is it today? We had snow all day yesterday. Now everything's dripping. Everything's melting. I let the fire go out. Just everything's just dripping. So I'm going to make a chocolate chip cake. It's basically a snack cake, and it will double. I might throw a banana into it. I got bananas in the freezer. I should be in my sewing room, but instead I'm sitting under an Afghan crocheting another one. Well, I mean, you know, Laura, that's just, you know, why do we should all over ourselves? I should do this, I should do that. It's like shitting all over yourself, right? Do what needs to be done, and then pick something you want to do. Life is right here, right now, right? So, you know, why waste with shoulds? Now, if you have to do something, then that's like me. I have to load the dishwasher. But it doesn't mean it's not a should thing, right? Yes, Stacy, it is my birthday. I am 60 years old today. I'm making your turkey dinner in the slow cooker today. Oh, is that ever good? That was really delicious. It was like the smell when you lifted the lid off, it was like Christmas walked in the door. Christmas dinner walked in the door. And the only thing I didn't do was I was going to make a pumpkin pie bread pudding to go with it, but I ran out of energy. So today I should make a pumpkin pie. No, I'll make a chocolate chip cake and keep it simple. Hey, Angie, how are you, darling? Barefoot Chicken, you're not that late. We've only been here for like a little over 10 minutes. Well, I'll tell you, I made bread the other day and I overcooked it. And so it's in the freezer. I'm going to try something with it, but not today because I just want to be quiet today. Think I'll have scrambled hamburger and gravy tonight. That's what we're having. Well, I don't know if that's what it's, but mine is like hamburger gravy, like hamburger sauteed with onions and mushrooms, and then flour, and then and then water for gravy, and have that over instant mashed potatoes with green beans. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the rent's paid. Now, which envelope? Charlene? Yes, I did. Was it you who gave me the sugar baby pumpkin seeds? What envelope, Charlene? You're going to have to remind me, honey, because I haven't been all that with it the last couple of weeks. I just have not been. I've been in a real fog for the last couple of weeks. Oh, loose meat. Yeah. Hey, Corey, how are you, darling? Oh, no, I haven't got it yet. I haven't got it yet, honey, but thank you. Thank you. Hey, those seeds I sent out, has anybody got their seeds? The winners get their seeds yet? Turkey looks so good. Just so happened I canned turkey Monday, and thanks for teaching pressure cooking turkey. Yeah, it is a game changer. Having like ugly chicken and ugly turkey on the shelf is a real game changer. It really is. Because and having crock pots, there's nothing you can't do with a slow cook. Wow, okay. I bet you could even bake bread in the slow cooker. But I still have I still have projects I got to get going on. And why, what's going on, Corey? Are you sick again, sweetheart? What's going on? It is having, a properly prepped pantry means you're never stuck trying to cobble something together. Or you can cobble something together if you want to. Elaine, thank you for my virtual card. That was very lovely. Thank you so very much. I canned 7 turkeys worth this season. Holy crap. Really? Oh, right. So my teeth. So I've canceled this appointment on Friday because they sent me an RSVP to say yes or no, was I coming? And I phoned the dental office and I said, look, it's bad enough that I have these big gaps in the side of my face, but I need to know because these partial plates are not covered under Howie's insurance. We get $1,000 per person per calendar year for dental coverage. Now, taking out these 5 teeth was going to cost probably $150, which is not a bad thing. But these 4 teeth, see these? 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 teeth would leave a hell of a gap in my mouth, and I can barely chew anything now. So I phoned them and said, look, I need to know, because I know you're going to take the teeth out. I know I got to wait 3 months for my mouth to heal, and then we fit, and we do, and then we do the cast, and then you build my teeth. Now I was told it's going to cost about $2,500. And if the insurance company will cover whatever's left of my insurance coverage for my teeth after they remove these teeth, it's only going to be about $500. So I need to know if I can make a payment plan for the balance of the cost of my partial plates. And they said, well, that's up to I said, I'm not talking about a loan either, because some dental offices have a loan company that works with them to give people loans to get dentures and dental work done. And she said, well, I said, so no, I mean a payment plan with the dental office. And she said, well, you'll have to work that out with the dentist. And it wouldn't be a long-term thing. And I said, what? No longer than 6 months? She said, no, like no longer than 3. I said, and how am I going to pay $2,000 over 3 months? How? Right? And I said, 6, I could make it. I could do it. It would be tight, but I could do it. And she said, well, blah, 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 and on and all this baffling, talk. So she said, I'll talk to the dentist and I'll call you back. Well, they never called me back. Now, I know that if I don't RSVP that yes or no, and they only want you to text yes or no, if I don't text within 24 hours, an answer within 24 hours of the RSVP, and I don't show up for the appointment, then I'm hit with a $35 fee for not showing up, right? What's going on, Corey? Hang on, I got to see this. I just lost my job of 23 years. The owner died, kids sold everything. Now I'm out of work. Oh my God, Corey. Well, I'm sure you are so good at what you do that you will have no trouble finding work. But you also know how to, budget too, right? I'm really, really sorry to hear that. It just goes to show, nothing is certain. Things we think we can count on aren't always there. So that's why we prepare, right? I have to make that into a poem. Things we think we can rely on aren't always there. That's why we learn to prepare. I am really sorry to hear that. I bet you feel like crap. Doesn't it feel like you're just disposable? Isn't that a horrible feeling? Like you're just part of the business to be sold off. That you're not a person, that you're an asset or a liability. I love you, baby. You're going to be fine. You are going to be fine. I trust your finance sense that you've got things covered for some time. I hope that's true. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Takes a few days to stop and think before a path opens up. That's right. We all know that when God, when the Creator closes a door, He opens a window. Or when He closes, sometimes it's even better. When He closes a window, He opens a door. So I think you're going to be stressed for a little bit, but you're going to find, that this was a good thing. But you're going to just have to go through some shit first. But other things are going to open up for you, Corey. Okay, you feel that? My recipe book? What recipe book? You mean my homestead book? It's hey, Cali Chaos. I know, sweetheart, but you've just given me a hint of how old you are. Have a wonderful day. Hugs from New Hampshire. Thank you, Throwback. I missed that. My mother always said if you died today, they'd have a new person in your spot tomorrow. My grandma always said, plan for the best, but prepare for the worst. Thank you, Nat. Yeah, and Joe Mama's right. There's no such thing as job security, right? I am constantly kept on my toes. You see, people think that I'm a content creator and that I have creative license, and I really don't, because I'm so heavily censored that 90% of what I want to say cannot be said. So I'm in YouTube. If it wasn't for you guys, YouTube, I would have quit YouTube a long time ago. It's the connection with the community that keeps me coming back every single day. So, there's the book. It's not, I used to call it a cookbook, but it's not just a cookbook. It gives you canning instructions, pressure canning instructions, how to make spice blends and rubs, how to render lard, how to make basic simple syrups in the different strengths, and how to make the best broths for canning and all that stuff. And if I ever get the chance, I'm going to sit down and do, a sequel. If you don't mind me asking, what is your profession? We have a guy retiring soon. Thank you, April. Well, I mean, it all depends on whether or not. See, I'm so burnt out from 2023 that I'm having a hard time getting my feet back under me. Hey, Seashell. So, yeah, that's kind of, so today I'm just taking it easy. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's giving me happy birthday wishes. I got a phone call from Arthur. I got a video from Mel and Bubba. And I got I got an e-card and a letter from Joe, and And I'm okay just celebrating the fact that I got out of bed today, because my mother never got out of bed after, um, after she, at 43 years old when she passed away, right? Every day, after I turned 43, was a blessing. And that's what's kept, one of the things that's kept me moving forward and trying new things, is that I cannot stagnate. I'm not, everything needs to grow. Everything needs to change. We must always be moving forward, or we'll just sit on a bump on a log and die, right? So, and that's not to say my mom was a bump on the log. She wasn't. It's just I'm saying that, every day isn't, today isn't promised. You know, it's a gift. That's why we call it present, right? I know she was really, really young. Hey, Julie. I was a manager of an alarm company doing data entry customer service. Well, that sounds like it would be a good, that sounds like a job that you could find elsewhere, honey. You know, you do have skills. You have amazing skills, right? Hey, Jammin'. For everybody else, that's just a mom doing stuff. We nicknamed her Jammin' because that's easier to say. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. So today is my day. I've had a few of those lately, but today is just my day to guilt-free do nothing. Now, do you want to see me make my birthday supper and cake? Or do you just want to see the cake? That's next to eat to know. I know, I saw that. I said, hello, Matt. We're all keeping warm while our snow is fast melting. And, it's January, which means we always get up. Now, I don't care what anybody says. The weather has not changed. Has not changed. Do you know how they go, record highs? You know what they compare it to? Like 10 years ago or something. But in reality, the planet has not warmed up at all. And as a matter of fact, it's dropped in the last 150 years by, I think it's a half a degree. No, not a half a degree. 0.01 degree. So, but pollution is an issue we do have to deal with. We have to stop trying to legislate it and help people make common sense decisions about, instead of just buying plastic guilt-free. Like, I felt horrible when Howie brought home, when I asked him to buy pods, because I knew they were like laundry pods, because I knew they were coming in a plastic bucket, right? But what we need to do is buy less plastic, right? Like, don't legislate straws, cutlery, and friggin' plastic grocery bags, because that's just stupid. Katrina! Oh my God! Oh my God, Katrina, why? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I please tell me that that's not costing you a lot. Like, please tell me you've got enough food in your pantry and in your fridge and gas in your tank before you gave that to me. I'm not upset. I'm just saying that's a lot. That's a lot. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I can't even remember what I was talking about. I can't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? That just kind of threw me for a huge loop. Responsibility about pollution. Wow, thank you so much, honey. That is that's a big deal. Thank you. We were talking about pollution and recycling. The recycling industry was started by the petroleum industry. And the petroleum industry, okay, we're talking crude oil and stuff, is used to make plastic, right? So attacking we need to buy less plastic, not legislate common sense. We need to make the decision that the recycling bins were put into place by the petroleum industry so that we could buy plastic guilt-free, and it doesn't work. Because 75% of what you put in the recycling bin, 75% of the recycling that gets picked up ends up in a landfill, right? Hey, Ninja Clan Kathy, how's it going? I know. Hey, Sherry, how are you? So, and plastics are made by, they're a petroleum product. So, everybody was concerned about the planet and plastics. So the petroleum industry said, well, let's tell them we can reuse this plastic. And 90% of the plastics that our food comes in is not the proper plastic. It's, you know what I mean? You would think that food, I'm not going to get into it. All I'm saying is we need to be more responsible with not just our garbage, but our fuel consumption. We need to be more responsible with our garbage. We need to reuse and reduce plastic use. And not so... April, oh my God, you guys. Oh yeah, sweet sipper. It's mind-boggling how much plastic is created, and I'm getting thrown off the board here all over the place, folks. God love you. God bless you. Thank you so much. And please, again, I really hope you didn't need that money. Okay? Because I love you, but God bless your heart. God bless your hearts. I'm going to buy fruit trees with those. How about that? That is why I make buckets of my laundry soap and I reuse so many things. It's kind of weird, but I want to reuse everything I can. For instance, my laundry soap is in a broken bucket. The rim is all snapped and because it sat outside and got brittle. But it doesn't mean it doesn't leak. I have another bucket that has a split down the side. I still use that to carry soil in because it doesn't have to hold water to hold soil. So I reuse a lot of stuff. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's so very, very kind of you guys. Just showing up is kindness in itself, right? So I also have not heard back from the Volvo place. I stopped using Kleenex and used hankies during the pandemic, and I really like that practice. I need to reduce my paper towel consumption. Well, you know what I did? Well, I had toilet paper, but I did a video on, I cut up, I call them sanitary cloths. And they're just squares of flannel. And I have a little garbage pail in my bathroom next to my toilet that has a plastic bucket in it. And when I feel like, I give the toilet paper a break. We throw most of our toilet paper in the garbage. But that still is not a solution either. It's, say, a solution on my septic, but not, because Kirkland toilet paper does not do well in septics. But when I was using them, I would keep a bit of washing soda and water in the bottom of, like washing soda water in the bottom of that bucket. And whenever I had a coffee can with all my cloths spiraled like toilet paper inside and a slit cut in the lid, and I would just pull one of these out and I would sandy wipe myself and I would throw it in the bucket. And then when I was getting low, I would just dump that bucket into the washing machine with laundry soap and stuff and wash them separately with everything else. So, I mean, like, what did we do before, catalogs were ripped up and put in outhouses? What did people use to drain fried foods on? Oh, that's a great idea. But you know what? If you install a bidet, you can avoid TP completely. I don't want a bidet because I want heated. I'm 60 now. And I don't want cold water on my bippy boo-boo. So dock leaves, yeah, Howie calls those dock leaves or mullein leaves. You know, they're sometimes called the witch's torch. They're really tall, and they start out with these soft, fuzzy leaves. Howie calls those cowboy bum wipe. So, well, you have to be able the warm water. You have to be able to, like, we have hot and cold water behind the washing machine, but Howie would have to put in pipes or hoses or tubes in such a way that he could get it off of the hot water, the warm water for the I don't know how he would do it. Honest to God, I don't. Howie's the magic man, not me. Howie's the magic man, not me. Like lamb's ear plants. We installed one in each bathroom for under $30 each. I quit having lady infections after that. You can put warm water to the bidet. Well, I'll ask Howie about it. Yeah, it would work. It's great for herbal smoking mixes too. You know what? Mullein is also hang on. Oh, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This book is no longer in print. It's been discontinued, so you may want to look for it on eBay. It's called The Complete Medicinal Herbal by Penelope Odie. Now, and if you can see, I have done a lot of cataloging in this. So, my cousin Angie gave it to my sister, and then my sister gave it to me. Okay, where are you? That's yarrow. That's burdock, which I have a lot of. Did you know celery is in the medicinal herbal? Oats, borage, calendula marigolds, shepherd's purse. Okay, where are you? Well, I guess I'll look in the index. $111. Oops. There it is, right there. That's mullein, okay? Now, if you... sorry about the gloss there. But you see these growing. I wouldn't do them right on the... Get the ones right on the side of the road because they'll absorb a lot of chemicals from road cleaning and stuff. But this is what you can do with this. The flowers can be used as a tincture. Take up to 20 mils a day for chronic dry coughs and throat inflammations. Gargle, use an infusion. Now, a tincture is made with alcohol. Infusion is made by pouring just off the boil, not boiling water, but water, say your kettle clicks off. And then you pour it over the leaves. And that's an infusion. You let it sit for a few minutes, and then you gargle with that for sore throat. Syrup. Take a syrup made from the infusion for chronic hard coughs. Infused oil. Make by the cold infusion method, and use the drops for earache. Only if certain that the eardrum is not perforated. Infusion. Use a strong infusion of dried herb for chronic coughs and throat inflammation. Also promotes sweating, so it can be useful for feverish chills with hard coughs. Right? Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Norma. How's it going? Okay, I've got to put this over here for now because I don't want to get up again. My knees are that sore. Yeah, so, but I know some people, and sage. Okay, wait. Hang on a second. So we all know that mullein is good for cowboy bum wipe, but we also know it's good for chronic coughs. That's the glossary. Okay, here we go. Where's sage? Because you'll often see me when I'm smudging that I'll go with the smoke. It's good for your lungs. Sage is also in here. Oh, use a hair rinse. Thank you, Tony G. Right. But sage is in here too. You know, I mean, I don't think people realize. I mean, when did we, God, love you guys. When did we start? Us? What are you doing? Not us. Wait a second. I'm missing something here. Sweet Sipper. Holy smokes, you guys. Holy smokes. Thank you so very much. Okay, I read a book once. Let's put it that way. I read a book once about ancient civilizations and how one person actually smoked, say, without paper. They just would put it on some hot rocks until it smoked, and they would breathe in the smoke. Sage and mullein leaves, to help their lungs. So, yeah, I'm not a doctor. This is just stuff that I've read in a book. I am not a professional. I can't give medical advice, but I can say that, you know, when did lawns became popular when the White House and stuff, people, and not even in the White House, back in England before this country was even colonized, right? They would use sheep to keep the lawns in British gardens and stuff. They would use sheep because sheep crop it so small that it's like golf green, right? So it became popular to have, you know, cut grass. But the truth is, if you're not growing things to graze on it, grass is useless. Grass is absolutely useless. We don't have grass anywhere. We got rid of the last of the grass when we turned our back square into a garden. That was the only grass we had. Howie whippersnips, he whippersnips every week or so around all my garden beds. But unless we need to make a path somewhere, we just let things grow wild. Because that's, you know, we have yarrow growing here, red clover, coltsfoot, comfrey, mallow, marshmallow. And I think the marshmallow grows better down there because I think maybe it has something to do with the wet. And grass won't attract the pollinators. True. Even dandelions. Don't cut your dandelions. They make you want to look up what you can use dandelions for detoxifying, right? And they're also the bees' first food of the year. And my ravine that we're filling in is full of coltsfoot because it comes up looking like a dandelion every year, but it's actually coltsfoot. I have okay, let's think about this. I have plantain. This is what I know right off the top of my head. Plantain, yarrow, and these grow wild. Coltsfoot, comfrey. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff growing all over the place. Marshmallow, you know. I think so too. I want to get 2 apricot trees this year. I want to get 2 apricot trees just in case one doesn't make it. Because the last I have replaced that, the first mate died. I got another one. It died. So I'm going to buy 2. I'm going to buy 2. Most apricot trees are self-pollinators, right, or self-fertile, except mine. And I've had a hell of a time trying to get a pollinator for it. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you very much. I have marshmallow, but muskmallow grows wild here just as good. Is it pink? Because I think marshmallow and muskmallow are the same. And I also know that the marshmallow plant is a cousin to hollyhocks. Hollyhocks have some medicinal properties. They're just not as good as the marshmallow. Plantain comfrey mullein in my garden. Awesome. Awesome. I get yarrow and nettle and all kinds of stuff. It's really, really good for you. Hi, Frida. Thank you, Mimi from Vienna. Is your growing season long enough for the apricots? That's why I bought the tree I did. And they're sheltered. They're up against the house. That's another thing, right? They've got more shelter than, say, if I just planted them out in a field, right? But yes, it is long enough for apricots. I just have to get specific kinds. And so what I'm going to get is I'm going to get a Mustang style couple of apricot trees. Or no, orchard grade, which means they're cheaper. They may be a little bit more twisted or not as pretty, but they produce the fruit just as well. And I think that shows their hardiness, which is why I'm going to buy them. Dandelion sap can be used to burn warts off. Thank you, Debbie Bolton. Really, I didn't know that. I want to get some elderberries too. I want to get some because I planted plum trees a long time ago. They never thrived. I don't really want to plant any more trees until Howie figures out where he's putting my, where things are going, right? What did I miss? I saw some, we have peach, guava, papaya, Meyer lemon, cherries, and a berry bush of unknown origin. We planted it, but it's not raspberries, like it was labeled. Well, send me pictures of the fruit, and I might be able to help you there. I've also heard of wild lettuce, which is pretty much almost a thistle plant, but it's not quite a thistle plant. Milkweed, and I couldn't figure out why these milkweed kept growing up in my yard where my garden was, and now I let the milkweed grow around the edges because that's the monarch butterfly's food. You're in Louisiana. So is it Melissa, is it like, what does the fruit look like? I have grass and weeds, not the good kind. You don't know that. All weeds have some kind of purpose, right? Like I had a huge purple thistle grow up in between my pear trees. I think my other pear tree's coming back, by the way. And I just let it grow because it's pretty. And it made me feel like I was in Scotland for a minute or two, Thank you, Sandra. Thank you very much. I remember my grandmother making beach plum jelly. What is beach plum? What's a beach plum? I know that Jimmy Carroll, my go-to guy, him and Judy, every once in a while, like he said one day, he said, "You want chow tomatoes?" I said, "What?" He said, "Just the last of the," but they were dry. They were red, but they were kind of dry. And so they're better for chopping into things, right? And I turned them into ketchup, I believe. But he gave me a whole crate of these little, I think they're plum cots. I think they're an apricot plum cross. And I made jam out of them. And I wasn't that fussy on it. I like the dark purple plums for jam. But Angie loved it. Angie said, "I'll take it." So I said, I don't know how many jars I sent home with her. Me too, Nat. I gotta go too. Wild lettuce and dandelion are both diuretic as well. They're also detox. I know that I've heard that dandelion is a detoxifier, a liver detoxifier. So I know I said it last year, but I'm gonna get into juicing. As soon as the dandelions start growing, I'm gonna start juicing and freezing stuff in ice cube trays so that I can bump up my metabolism and my vitamin intake and mineral intake this summer. Peach cots. So are they an apricot, Edie? Are they an apricot peach cross? kind of like a cherry. Are they smaller or are they bright red or berries on a tree kind of like a cherry? I wouldn't know. Hi, Mary Fairy. You're in time just for me to say goodbye. Yes, they are superfoods. And if you get them when they're really young, they're not as bitter, but they're also great for juicing. They really are great for juicing. Listen, guys, I got to go. I have to load my dishwasher and start on my cake. So I will. What do I use for fibromyalgia pain? It doesn't take the pain away. It's not a painkiller, but it helps me manage it. Thank you, Tony G. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, I gotta go. I gotta do at least a few perfunctory chores like loading the dishwasher and getting everything together for my cake and supper. Because then I'm not doing anything else today. I wish Call the Midwife had a season 13 so far. I just watched the end of season 12 after watching the entire 11 seasons before it again. Every time they put out a new season, I rewatch the entire show again from start to finish. I love you guys and thank you so much for the wonderful birthday wishes, the birthday love, and the birthday presents. I am overwhelmed a little bit by it. I love you too. Take care. God bless. And maybe I'll go live while I'm making the cake on our half acre homestead, or maybe you'll get a video. I love you guys. Mwah! Take care. God bless.